Hello there. I am Recky, and welcome back for another speech reaction. I think I done a couple of them. Some of them has been some of them are good. I'm a sucker for I'm a sucker for like speeches. I get really pumped up. To This one we're gonna watch is Kennedy's greatest speech, "A Tiny Ripple of Hope," 8 minutes long, and is on a channel called Savantium or Savantium. I think it is Savantium. If you haven't checked it out yet, please do. You find the link for the channel, of course, in this video we're gonna watch is located right down there in the description. Go there and give them the support that they so much deserve. Kennedy. I'm all for Kennedy. Before we watch, we say thank you so much to the cool cats of Recky, the channel members and the patrons. Thank you so much for the excellent support. A big shout out to the Supreme Tier donators, Patreon, channel membership. Thank you so much. Big shout out for you guys. And a personal shout out to the ultimate supporters, Deja, Walt, Dwayne, Dana, Troy, Robert, Matt, Lon, and Barbara. That's some cool cats right there. Thank you so much for the amazing support. Now, let's do some speeches, because Ricky do loves them. It's 8 minutes long. Let's do this. Oh.
There is discrimination in this world, and slavery and slaughter and starvation. Governments repress their people. Millions are trapped in poverty, while the nation grows rich and wealth is lavished on armaments everywhere. These are differing evils, but they are the common works of man. They reflect the imperfection of human justice, the inadequacy of human compassion, our lack of sensibility towards the suffering of our fellows. But we can perhaps remember, even if only for a time, that those who live with us are our brothers, that they share with us the same short moment of life, that they seek as we do nothing but the chance to live out their lives in purpose and happiness, winning what satisfaction and fulfillment they can. Surely this bond of common faith, this bond of common goal, can begin to teach us something. Surely we can learn, at least, to look at those around us as fellow men. And surely we can begin to work a little harder to bind up the wounds among us and to become in our own hearts brothers and countrymen once again. The answer is to rely on youth, not a time of life but a state of mind, a temper of the will, a quality of imagination, a predominance of courage over timidity, of the appetite for adventure over the love of ease. The cruelties and obstacles of this swiftly changing planet will not yield to the obsolete dogmas and outworn slogans. They cannot be moved by those who cling to a present that is already dying, who prefer the illusion of security to the excitement and danger that come with even the most peaceful progress. It is a revolutionary world we live in, and this generation at home and around the world has had thrust upon it a greater burden of responsibility than any generation that has ever lived. Some believe there is nothing one man or one woman can do against the enormous array of the world's ills. Yet many of the world's great movements of thought and action have flowed from the work of a single man. A young monk began the Protestant Reformation. A young general extended an empire from Macedonia to the borders of the earth. A young woman reclaimed the territory of France, and it was a young Italian explorer who discovered the New World, and the 32-year-old Thomas Jefferson who reclaimed that all men are created equal. These men move the world, and so can we all. Few will have the greatness to bend history itself, but each of us can work to change a small portion of events. And in the total of all those acts will be written the history of this generation. Each time a man stands up for an ideal, or acts to improve the lot of others, or or strikes out against injustice, he sends forth a tiny ripple of hope. And crossing each other from a million different centers of energy and daring, those ripples build a current that can sweep down the mightiest walls of oppression and resistance. Few are willing to brave the disapproval of their fellows, the censure of their colleagues, the wrath of their society. Moral courage is a rarer commodity than bravery in battle or great intelligence. Yet it is the one essential, vital quality for those who seek to change a world that yields most painfully to change. And I believe that in this generation, those with the courage to enter the moral conflict will find themselves with companions in every corner of the globe. For the fortunate among us, there is the temptation to follow the easy and familiar paths of personal ambition and financial success, so grandly spread before those who enjoy the privilege of education. But that is not the road history has marked out for us. Like it or not, we live in times of danger and uncertainty, but they are also more open to the creative energy of men than any other time in history. All of us will ultimately be judged, and as the years pass, we will surely judge ourselves on the effort we have contributed to building a new world society and the extent to which our ideals and goals have shaped that event. Our future may lie beyond our vision, but it is not completely beyond our control. It is the shaping impulse of America that neither fate nor nature, nor the irresistible tides of history, but the work of our own hands, matched to reason and principle, that will determine our destiny. There is pride in that, even arrogance, but there is also experience and truth. In any event, it is the only way we can live. That is the way he lived. That is what he leaves us. My brother need not be idealized or enlarged in death beyond what he was in life. To be remembered simply as a good and decent man who saw wrong and tried to right it, saw suffering and tried to heal it, saw war and tried to stop it. Those of us who loved him and who take him to his rest today pray that what he was to us, what he wished for others, will someday come to pass for all the world. As he said many times in many parts of this nation, to those he touched and who sought to touch him. Some men see things as they are and say why. I dream things that never were and say why not.
I don't know if there's anything else. I don't think so. Let's get credits for the yeah. Um, it took a moment for me. It actually took quite some time for me to understand that this was actually Ted, and Ted Kennedy giving the speech. And I hate to say it, but I think that most of us are maybe all in agreement already about he's talking about the world in during this 1960s, and nothing has changed. Nothing. Nothing has changed regarding the respect between humans, no matter the race, no matter the country, no matter ideal or opinion. Nothing has changed. We are not open minded for anything. We are closed minded to our own opinion and beliefs. We don't care about people. We don't care about the famine or the killing of innocents. We don't care. And believe me, I'm saying I don't care either because if I did, I would probably go ahead and off myself because of the guilt I would have if I did care. I'm a huge animal lover, and I know that millions upon millions of animals every day gets treated in horrific ways. But so does humans, and there's nothing we can do about it. I stopped thinking about it for a very long time ago because it's gonna eat you up from within until you cannot stand the pain. And I don't want to do that. And it's such a sad story to see that the human race or the humankind gets just worse and worse for every year. We're talking about 60s. And here we are in 2024, and we still suck. We're still a pathetic race. There it is. That's my 2 cents in this. I'm sorry if I said anything to offend anyone, but I mean, I don't like the human race. I don't like the humankind. And that's the only reason because we don't give a shit about anyone else but yourself. And I take care of my life. Family is the only thing I care about because that's the only thing I can change. It's the only thing that I can help in any way, shape, or form. My neighbor, I don't care. But if he or she came to me and said, I need your help, I would probably say yes. Because who am I not to help out if I can in any way? So it needs to be starting one, two, three, four, five people just changing the attitude. I'm not going to do that. Because then again, I'm talking about the fact that I have to think about the people or the animals that every day gets treated in most horrific ways that you can imagine. And here I am sitting here with you. I have a place, I have a roof over my head, I got food in the refrigerator, I got 3 cats living their lives, and I'm happy for that. The small things is probably the one thing you need to think about the more often. You, the small things that you have. I'm sorry I'm rambling on here. I'm gonna call it. Thank you so much for sitting here with me for 12 minutes and just listen to an amazing speech about this, like I just said. If you did enjoy this, don't forget to show me that you did and smack the like. And of course, don't forget to hit that subscribe. And again, a big thank you to all the supporters that I have. Thank you so much. Thank you. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. I'm Recky. You stay safe.